Alright, hey guys, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. So, unfortunately, we ended the last episode here at the Full Tom's Estate, and was here with Alphino and Tataru. Now, I don't think Tataru has anything to add. And usually, I'll be sure to let you know. But yeah, we just finished defeating the Archbishop, reclaiming both eyes of Nidhogg, and unfortunately Estinian became Nidhogg. So the big question is, can we save him? Can we do what we need to be done? But until that point, we have to actually talk to Alphino here. Alphino wishes to share the latest developments in searching for the missing scions. Fortuitous timing as always, Hydaelyn. Tataru was about to brief me on the search for our missing comrades. If you would be so kind, then. Absolutely. You'll be pleased to hear that Roel and his men have been making excellent progress. Remember how Flehamin, I don't know how to say it, Flehamin, helped me to escape the Crystal Braes in Limsa Laminza, only to then disappear? Well, according to Roel, she crept aboard a ship bound for Radzad Han, where she's been hiding ever since. He assures me that it won't be long before we are reunited. As for Ida and Papalima, the remains of their link pearls have been found in a Pearl Lane of all places. Raoul thinks they may have disposed of them after escaping from the Royal Promenade. Yes, that would make sense. They could not risk being eavesdropped upon by our betrayers. Raoul was certain that they fled the city shortly after, though we still don't have a clue where they went. I see. I would have anchored in Menphilia. I'm afraid I have nothing new to share about this too, but it's not all doom and gloom. The good news is we've enlisted service as the Charlean Scholar, one of the students of Beldician, to aid in the search, who should be arriving any day now. One of the students, she said, should very much like to meet the scholar, if time permits. But first, we must attend to a more pressing matter. Sir Emmerich has summoned the two of us for a private audience. The messenger did not specify what he wished to discuss, only that it was urgent. Assuming you have no objections, Hydaelyn, I suggest we proceed to the congregation forthwith. Mayhap we may meet the scholar afterwards. Agreed? In that case, I think I'll return to the Forgotten Knight for now. Things are liable to fall apart if I'm gone too long, you know. Already at the pillars? I don't have to run? I got crippling depression. Alright, so if we're gonna run, we're gonna take a hard left turn. Oh god, I saw the emote. That could have been dangerous. Godsmere, goddammit. Oh, I just realized I missed Kiko. Where'd Kiko at? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess Tiny Mid-Goatsbeard could stay till Heavensward's over. Then I'm picking somebody else. I might go back to Kiko. I miss Kiko. Alphino here. There's Alphino. Good invariably triumphs over evil in fairy tales, yet there is conspicuously reticent to what follows. Yeah. That Lord Canada is in, pray proceed. We're back.
Thank you for coming. I wish to speak with you both in a place where privacy was assured.
We quite understand. What was it that you wished to discuss?
With my father's passing, the seat of the Archbishop lies vacant. And so, in accordance with canon law, I have assumed his responsibilities. I should stress that this is a temporary measure. It was never intended that the Lord Commander of the Temple Knights serve in this capacity indefinitely. Quite the opposite. The statutes specify that I should surrender my powers as soon as a conclave of the senior clergy and the high houses have named a new archbishop. But in light of recent events, that would not seem appropriate.
I confess I did not expect you to divulge quite so much quite so soon. The details of the Archbishop's plans, perhaps, but the true origin of the war and all it entails?
I too had concerns. But when the Warrior of Light is witnessed returning to the capital upon the back of a dragon, one's options are rather limited. Mayhap I could have concealed certain details, but for how long? And at what risk? Should the truth have come to light in the meantime, how would the people have viewed my silence? After 1,000 years of lies and secrecy, I could not well abuse their trust and hope to be believed. The time for deception has passed. I only wish the people agreed. That some would deny the truth I had anticipated, but not this many. And among the few who acknowledged that my father had to be stopped, no small number questioned our methods.
If they suspect a coup, it will not be long before some turn to violence.
It has already begun, and that on both sides. Men and women of the cloth are being harassed in the streets. Some have even been assaulted in the Broom. Hilda and her people have formed a watch to help us maintain order. But such measures will not prevent the unrest from spreading.
For all our talk of peace, the people remain frightened and confused. For their sake, we must bring the Dragonsong War to a definitive end.
And we should be glad to help you, Sir Emmerich. But what precisely would you have us do?
We wish to treat with the dragons of Annex Trine. To that end, I would trouble you for an escort and an introduction.
Okay.
Annex Trine? You would speak with Vidofnir then?
We must needs open a dialogue between our peoples. Acting as my representative, Lucia will extend an invitation to their leader, that she might visit us here in Ishgard. Were she still with us, I would of course have beseeched Isel's assistance in this matter. But as she is not, I must ask that you aid us in her stead. Will you do us this favor?
All right.
Thank you, my friends. Lucia, I leave the rest to you.
Time to march. Oh my.
In the wake of the Archbishop's fall, the nation of Ishgard trembled, the faith of her people shaken to its very core. For 1,000 years had they fought and died, certain of the justice of their cause, only to be told that their holy war was born of the sins of their forefathers. What then for those brave men and women, thus stripped of their righteousness but to despair, to deny the truth and decry its speakers? And what then for those whom they defamed but to hope on, to have faith in a brighter tomorrow? A tomorrow in which man and dragon might live together in harmony, then as distant as the very stars in the heavens.
Oh, that's nice.
Yet while we dared to hope, deep within his lair the enemy lay, gathering his strength. Nidhogg, now possessed of his 2 eyes and the body of the Azure Dragoon, prizes to which he had laid claim at the very hour of the hero's triumph. As desperately as we sought the solace of peace, the great worm craved the misery of war. Nor was he alone in his misbegotten desire.
Man, he's pissed. Journey at least should pose little difficulty at this time. I know little lands dragons call home. This annexed shrine, had you not agreed to escort me, the coming journey would seem, oh god, dangerous. I confess, I myself shudder at the thought of it, yet even the longest journey begins with the first step, does it not? But ere as we set forth, Adi and I must inform our comrades of our plans. Very well, I shall see my preparations. Then let us go and bid farewell to Tataru, Adi. No problem. Oh, I can run. Oof. Quit. So, what was your secret meeting all about? I'm all ears. We're going back to the dragon homeland and we're all gonna die. Diplomatic mission and extreme. Annex Shrine. You say, well, I suppose that doesn't take precedence. But should your meeting with Vidofia happen to end early, you might consider rendezvousing with Stola in Ildashire. She'll be there to receive our guest. Don't get me wrong, your meeting with the dragons is terribly important and everything, but the scholar just happens to be. Time permitting, as I said, we shall endeavor to join Y'shtola. If we cannot, pray pass our regards. Let's be off, Hydaelyn. We have kept our commander waiting too long. Sorry, what was let no one say I didn't try. Well, why don't you tell us now? I just tried to talk to you, goddammit. A lot of players through here. I think a lot of people have been getting this game because I think it's currently 50% off as I speak now on the 25th of November. And as I walk by Lucia. Besides, I have no doubt Joe can look out the scholar by herself. Oh shit, that I don't know. Alrighty then, good, so am I. You, Master Nafno, be so kind to lead the way? Yeah, no problem. The path is long, but known to us. From Falcon's Nest, we shall cross the western highlands and make for Telifeather and the Dravanian forelands. There we consult the rest to replenish our supplies. Questions? If not, then the stables await. Wait a minute. Oh, I can stash it up. Works for me. Where are these guys at? They shouldn't be that far out. Oh, there they are. Hey guys, what up? Strange, it's only my first visit to Telefo, yet the first feels as though it were a lifetime ago. Damn straight. I always imagined the first time I set foot upon Dravanian soil would be at the head of an army. And here I am heading, ready to retreat with my brothers and sisters of mine enemies. Full well do I know how difficult it is to be set aside the past, though it was at first proposed recruiting, Sile to our cause. I questioned the wisdom of my words almost as soon as I had uttered them, and for a long time after that. Here was with the blood of innocents on our hand, men, women, children, all slain in the name of implacable Lady Iceheart. Yet she acknowledged her misdeeds and agreed to join us in a common cause. At our side, she fought in the service so that a greater good, even unto her dying breath, and while this does not absolve her of her sins, I hope that one day she will be remembered not merely as a heretic, but as a misguided soul who dreamed of peace. You ask much, Master Alphino, yet who can say that might not come to pass? Should our negotiations bear fruit? Yes, of course, we press on to Annex Shrine if you follow me. My ass, I am running there. I'll pay 125 gil. Where are the... Oh god damn, I gotta run upstairs. The hell are those stairs? That's the entrance. Where the hell are the stairs? Oh, there they are. Never fully comprehend how to do that in orange. It must be yellow or something. Man, I don't understand what idiot built this damn thing and didn't put in a goddamn escalator, but my god, I'm gonna whoop that ass. Literally. Escalators, people. Escalators. Elfnia, what up? Ah, thou wilt welcome here, friend of Ysael. Ysael? I don't remember. That was one I do not know. Ah, pray forgive us of this unannounced visit, Velofnia. May I present to you Lucia, first commander of the Temple Knights of Ishgard and our trusted friend. It's an honor to meet you, Velofnia. I am come as an envoy of Sir Emmerich, Lord Commander of the Temple Knights and acting leader of the Holy See. Indeed, you may speak, knight. For 1,000 years, man and dragon have been locked in an endless cycle of bloodshed and sorrow. To our shame, we believe that you're kin to be the object of this war, but now we know the truth. The King Thordan and his Knights 12 did willfully betray and murder the Great Worm, Radazolska, shattered the peace between our peoples. For 1,000 years, our leaders conspired to conceal the truth. Truth which was at last laid bare by the word of light, the Azure Dragoon in Sile. Alas, a deception so intricately wrought cannot be undone in a moment, and our people labored to accept the truth. After an eternity of war, who would dare to dream that peace could at last be within our grasp? A dream was we must, Ysael once did, and we must take that dream a reality as she could not. Humbly beseech you, Velofnia, join hands with us in friendship once more before the eyes of my people in Ishgard. A most unexpected invitation. Oh god, the cat's back. I've heard your request, knight, however I cannot give you mine answer. May I ask why? This matter concerns my sire, he must need to be consulted. Over the north grow bold even as they did before, and I would not leave my people at the mercy of the swarm. And we will wait. After 1,000 years of war, we shall not give up peace for want of patience. Ah, fear not, knight, thou shalt have my answer within thy lifetime. So soon, my humble thanks, I shall bear your words to the Lord forthwith, till we meet again. Goddamn cat. I'm just gonna claw at that door for 10 minutes until I let her in. I'm gonna have a headache for 10 minutes. Given the circumstances, I would say that went rather well. Frank, I am surprised our proposal was not rejected outright. Whether aught will come of it remains to be seen, however. Maybe I should take this opportunity to speak with some of the other dragons. But you need not wait for me. The return journey holds no fear for me now. Well, if you have no further need of our services, we shall continue on to Shalane. We hope to welcome a scholar who has agreed to aid us in the search for our missing comrades. And I pray your journey is as swift and uneventful as ours was, and thank you again for sparing the time to assist us, even when such grave matters remain unresolved. And we have no graver matter than 1,000-year war, one for which friends gave their lives to see it ended. So I'd say I would willingly make 1,000 such journeys to ensure that their sacrifice was not in vain. Of that I have no doubt, Master Avno. I hope the fates will not hold you to your word. Alright, ladies and gents, sorry for the small jump cut. I had to deal with the cat. Avno's eager to set out for Shalane. So it would seem we have time to greet the scholar after all. How delightful. I should be interested to hear how she means to go about finding Minophilia and Thancred. I can only assume she's privy to some new investigative technique. In any event, our first order of business is rendezvous with Shola in Ildishire. No problemo. Bad thing is, I remember being in this area for the longest time. A lot of fun happened here. The hell was that? Anybody's gotta know what that is? Don't ask. Another conspicuously uneventful journey. Would seem we are destined not to be late. Hi, it's just good to see you. I confess I had assumed your business and Extrine would have detained you longer. Me with Venofia. As well as expected, she must discuss Sir Emmerich's proposal with Price Folga, of course, but she seemed amenable to the suggestion. What of our Chilean guest? Has she yet arrived? She has, but I explained to you you would be joining us. She asked if she might use the intervening time to explore. I agreed to meet her outside on Front Bridge. We should be on our way. It means head this way and hope for the best. I will say once I'm done with this episode though, I was planning on doing all the stuff for like all the dungeons, but I think I'm just gonna hold off. Wait back in Ishgard, was she trying to tell me? See, we're very eager. Shall we wait? Yes. But after this, I'm probably just gonna go play some more Hoy. I have a mod I want to play that I haven't played for a little bit. Either NC or the Great War Redux. I haven't decided yet.
I'm terribly, terribly sorry to have kept you all waiting.
You need not apologize. We arrived but a moment ago ourselves. Pray, allow me to introduce Krile, who has recently come from the Garlean motherland. She has generously offered to assist us.
Didn't they get blown up?
Oh, please, think nothing of it. A trip to Eorzea was long overdue.
Didn't the motherland get blown up?
You must be the warrior of light. Yes, you certainly do look the part. A pleasure to meet you at last, miss. And who is that I spy but young Alpha No Levieur himself? I dare say someone's grown an ilm or two in my absence. Or are those lifts in your boots?
We, Miss Krile and I met at the studium years ago. I shall forever be indebted to her for her sage guidance.
It was no small task keeping him out of trouble, believe you me. The youngest ever to enter the studium, him and his sister, 11-year-old prodigies.
Oh god.
Suffice it to say, social graces were not among his list of talents. Striding up to his seniors on his first day, head held high. What was it he said again?
Oh god, no.
Thank you, Krile.
For what? I haven't finished yet. Would you care to attempt a more dexterous deflection?
Damn.
Mayhap we should save this delightful conversation for a more fitting occasion, when pressing matters do not demand our undivided attention.
A bit much, but better. I can tell you have been putting your skills to use here in Eorzea. Henceforth, I trust you will dazzle me with your eloquence at the first time of asking.
She just beat him.
Right, on to more pressing matters. Finding Minfilia and the other missing scions.
I gather you have new information to share with us.
A new approach, actually. Tataru recounted the tale of your escape, and it gave me an idea. Simply put, assuming Thancred left some manner of trail when you whisked him away, as is almost always the case with teleportation magics, I am confident I can find and follow it.
Then what are you waiting for?
The wherewithal to do it. The fact is, my abilities aren't quite up to the task. Not in themselves, anyway. If I had Master Matoya's crystal eye, on the other hand...
Then let us all call on her forthwith. I think it best you explain your plan to her in person.
Oh, this is when the game gets funny. The best part about Krile, that's the first time you ever see Alphino act like that. It's hilarious. Why the hell did I use Sprint again? It's so funny seeing that response from him. As I said, this is when this game actually gets like to be funny and fun sometimes, because it's just like the entirety of Realm Reborn was super serious. Super serious. Only minor bits of like comedy, and it primarily was like what, Moonbrita, Oriange. I don't actually remember too many other comedic moments in the game. At least not very many. There might have been a few others, but I might not remember it all. So I think the Company of Heroes there was some. But for the most part, there really wasn't that much, which actually made the game quite stale. Which again, that's kind of why I took the grading down to a 6. This one, however, was much better with Heavensward, and I like the comedic effect, especially with Krile just messing with Alphino like that. It's like, you never see Alphino, like, not be intellectually sound with the way he words and creates sentences when it comes to making discussions and talking to others. For the first time, you sit there and see somebody poke fun at him, and he has a very non-diplomatic response. Love it. They do bring it back a lot more throughout the rest of the game. So it gets funnier. It's like your character starts to make fun of him too about it. Is it bad when I see Paragos? The only thing I see is Poggers. All my mind goes to. Every time I see those little bastards. Hey, Y'shtola. Crystal Eye is one of Master Matoya's most cherished relics. I doubt very much she will grant us leave to lay hands upon it until we can convince her that it is vital to our cause. She was less flattering about my technique when we last met, but this time I've come prepared. Let her belittle my obsidian carbuncle if she dares. Do not tell her I said that. Alphino, not mad. I'm not even. Strangely, I'm not even weirded out. I'm just slightly disappointed in the way that you're now just serious. Did you see we're headed for a cave? Did you not? Because I certainly don't see a cave nearby. Is Master Matoya meeting on the way or something? It's the giant cave entrance. I've heard many stories, Master Matoya. Some quite flattering, others less so. That's true, they're all true. This way, and have care where you tread. Definitely. She'll whoop your ass. We're back. We bring a friend. I'll never understand why Krile has that outfit.
Is that trouble I smell? Or did you forget to wipe your boots on the way in?
Forgive us, Master Matoya. We will be sure to wipe them on the way out. And may I say how glad I am that age has not yet deprived you of your senses.
Ever so quick-witted, aren't we? To the detriment of your manners. Well, out with it then. What do you want?
Pray, allow me to introduce myself, Master Matoya. I am Krile, of the students of Baldessian. I hope you will excuse our unannounced visit.
Baldessian, you say? Ah, yes. The old coot set up shop on the Isle of Val, didn't he?
Regrettably, our order's headquarters and the isle itself were obliterated by a magic of immense power. I have the blessing of light to thank for my own preservation.
Krile, you too possess the Echo.
Well, yes, of course I do. Our order is devoted to uncovering the mysteries of Hydaelyn and interpreting her will, particularly through the study of her gift to us. It was in the course of these studies that I met and subsequently befriended Minfilia. She and I have rather a lot in common.
I had no idea.
You weren't supposed to. Not that I wanted to deceive you, you understand, but precautions had to be taken.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yes, that's all well and good, but you still haven't told me why you're here.
The students of Baldessian are gone, and there is naught I can do to change that. But the science of the Seventh Dawn can yet be restored, and my dear friend found. You have in your possession an ancient crystal of light, one you call your crystal eye. I believe I can use it to focus my abilities and locate one of the missing scions.
And there I was, thinking you might want to make use of my years of experience.
I clicked too soon, god damn it.
Long did I ponder the nature of this crystal and its familiar radiance, but never did I suspect it was a crystal of light.
On the cusp of an umbral calamity, souls blessed with the power of the Echo invariably appear. To aid these, her chosen warriors, Hydaelyn bequeaths to each a slither of her strength in the form of a crystal of light. But as her strength wanes, so too does the potency of her gifts. This crystal, born of an earlier era, is infused with a power far greater than those of this age.
You could travel the length and breadth of the land and not find a crystal even a fraction as pure. Its value is beyond measure, as are the risks inherent in its use.
No two manifestations of the Echo are alike. I, for example, can converse with beings of every shape and size, excepting beasts, contrary to what others would have you believe. Language has nothing to do with it, of course. Rather, I am sensitive to the whispers of the soul. Their intent, their very essence even, the traces of which served to guide the elementals to Y'shtola. Far-fetched though it may sound, I believe that with your crystal eye, I may be able to pick up where they left off and follow the remaining trail to Thancred. That is, if I have your permission.
Well, the poor sod's not going to find himself. So, as long as you don't drop it or take it out of my sight, you may do with it what you will.
Thank you, Master Matoya.
Good.
Then let us begin.
Oh, hell no.
From the Black Shroud, the trail continues to the north and west, towards a mountain, the foot of Som Al. It was a near thing, but he was not deposited within the rock. I think.
God damn it, Y'shtola.
The hunters of Tailfeather know those lands well. I say we begin our search there.
It's literally the most depressed I've ever seen Y'shtola in this game. Alright, well that is the cave exit, but I am actually not going to head through that entrance just yet, ladies and gents. What I am actually going to do is I'm going to cut the episode again. Yay! All you guys get to have another cut. Again, as always, calm down, calm down. We'll be back next time, tomorrow. Same time, same date. Date? No, we're going to just be back tomorrow at 3. Luckily, I like the fact that YouTube finally set up to where I can make 3 o'clock my freaking release time for all my videos. For whatever reason, I could do 3 o'clock for months. Actually, no, I went from since the beginning of the channel, I think about 3 o'clock was when I was always releasing. And then all of a sudden, YouTube switched it to where I couldn't do 3, but it did it in 15. It was like 3:15. It was quarter after and quarter till every time. It was like they took some of the times out, so I don't know if maybe YouTube was having problems, or maybe they were forcing smaller content creators just to have random times. I don't goddamn know. All I can tell you is 3 o'clock's back, and I'm loving 3 o'clock. But besides that, guys, we got to sit there and talk to Master Matoya, everybody here. We now learned where Thancred is. Sadly enough, that is the most saddest I've ever seen, and I think you'll ever see Y'shtola in this game. Like, she genuinely looked like, oh crap, I might have killed Thancred. That sad expression. That's like the saddest you'll ever see her in this game. But, of course, as always, please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. When we come back, ladies and gents, we'll be leaving here out this exit of the cave, probably talking to Krile and everybody else again to sit there and get their ideas. Let me double check. No, we'll actually be heading outside the Tallyfeather and then talking to them. I thought maybe they were outside the cave and then we had the Tallyfeather, but I guess I'm wrong on that front. But yeah, as I said, do those things, guys, and I will see you in the next round of Final Fantasy XIV. See you next time. Thanks.